Hello, fellow modelers. This is part 3 of the Strange New World Enterprise build. And what you see me working on here is the display base for the model. Right now I'm just sanding it, getting it ready so I can draw out the holes for the buttons and the power source. And now I'm just marking out where the center is so I can drill the hole for the mounting rod. And then once all that's done, I went ahead and painted it, and now it's just waiting for me to put the model on it. And now I'm beginning the long, arduous process of painting and masking off the model. Right now I'm just painting off these gray areas that have already been painted, and then I'm going to get ready to do the paint masking on the nacelles, because that's what I'm going to start with first, and then I'm going to move on to the secondary hull. That way I can do a saucer last. Okay, now I'm applying the first set of the black masks onto the secondary hull. Now, it's important to take your time when you're applying these masks, because if you try to rush through it, you're going to end up with problems. Alright, now I got the first half of the strong back masking on. Now I'm just applying the first half of the masking around the deflector dish housing. Okay, now that I've got the deflector dish housing masking done, I'm just putting the masks on the belly of the secondary hull. And there are two that go on the sides and one in the center. But for the one in the center, I'm going to have to use the transfer paper to apply that one. Okay, now I'm preparing the masks for the nacelles. And this whole thing took me about 2 hours to do, because I have to take out each one of these individual pieces one at a time. And I had to be very careful of how I did it, because if I rushed through it, I would have damaged the mask. And here is the results of 2 hours of work, preparing all 4 of these sheets for both nacelles, and all 4 sheets for both the nacelle pylons. It took me 2 hours to remove what I had to remove from these masking sheets. Now all I gotta do is decide which nacelle I want to start with first. Okay, sheets 15 and 18 go on the starboard nacelle and they are ready to be used, but before I use them, I wanted to make a slight change. So I painted the inboard area of the nacelles around the chiller grills with one of the gray colors I got to paint the Aztecs. Now I'm just removing the masking tape from the port nacelle and see how the inboard area there turned out. Oh, looks like the inboard area here came out alright. Need a little touch up on the ends on both nacelles, but that's a minor issue. I can take care of that off camera. As you can see, I've already applied the belly mask on the secondary hull, and now I'm applying the mask on the underside of the shuttle bay. And now I'm just peeling away the parts that needed to be peeled away. And then once I'm done with this, I'm going to take the pylons off, and then I'm going to paint this whole thing light gray. Alright, now I'm just using my airbrush and painting the whole thing light gray, and then once I'm done, I'm going to set it aside and let it dry. Okay, now I've gone ahead and put the masking for the first layer of Aztec panels on the starboard nacelle, and now I'm painting it with a Mr. Hobby light gray, which is a slightly darker shade of light gray than the one that I'm using for the main hull color, but it'll work for the look that I'm trying to pull off. Alright, now I've already painted the top half of the saucer light gray, Now I'm just painting the bottom half and the sides. And then once I'm done doing all this, I'm going to put it aside and let it dry. And I'm going to try not to touch the saucer again until I'm ready to paint the Aztec panels on it. Alright, now that I've given the first color time to dry, I'm going to do another color. And the color I'm going to be using is Tamiya Titanium Silver. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to mask off individual panels one at a time. And then I'm going to spray the titanium silver on them. Then I'm going to move on to another panel and do the same until I've gotten enough panels painted. And then I'm going to set the nacelle down and let it all dry. And once it's dry, I'm going to remove the masking and see how well everything turned out. Well, I've removed the masking and this is the result. And even though it looks good, I found out that I applied the mask on the wrong way. So now I have to email Mass Design and ask them if they can send me a replacement for sheets 15 and 18 of the masking set. Okay, now I have done some thinking and I've come to a major decision regarding how I paint this whole model. And with the exception of what's masked off, I am just going to paint over all this light gray with one of the metallic colors you're supposed to use to paint this model to make it look the way it does in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And one of the reasons I've decided to repaint it is this light gray color. It's just way too bright. And it might work well on some of the other Star Trek models that I have, but for this one, it's just not working right for me. So I'm just going to paint over it. And one bit of good news, I was able to get in touch with Mass Design, and I got myself a set of replacements for the starboard nacelle masks. Now I'm just waiting for them to arrive. Now again, in regards to painting, I am still going to use some of these shimmering pink colors that I've mixed up to paint this model in certain areas, but I'm going to have to wait till after New Year's to finish painting this model and getting everything ready for it, because my budget for this month is up and I was only able to get one of the colors I need to repaint this model. So I'm going to end this video here and get ready to make part 4, and I will continue painting it in that video.